Hello Radiant Faces and welcome back to my channel. If you're following me on YouTube, please subscribe and press the little bell icon so you see all my videos and tutorials, and if you're watching me on Facebook, please follow me or add me as a friend, whatever you prefer. So today we are going to do a Valentine's themed look, and what better palette to do it with than the new Naked Cherry palette from Urban Decay. And this is gorgeous. If you haven't seen it already, there are highlighters and a blusher that goes with it. There are themed lipsticks that go with it, and the palette itself is absolutely lovely. So let's have a look. Very similar to the other Naked palettes that they do. So we have a little nice brush, and this is a really lovely quality brush. Slightly different shape to the Naked Palette 3 brush, which, as you can see, you've got like a flat one on this end and then more of a blending brush on that end. And this is the new Naked Cherry brush, which is it's got a see-through casing to it, and then you've got a fluffy blending brush. I actually prefer that shape for a nice blending brush, and then a tighter packed brush there. And in the palette here we have various colours. There's a good colour range, so we have the sort of neutral pale shades, there's shades for warm skin, there's shades for cooler skin, so it's a really good variety. You've got shimmer shades in there, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmer shades in there, and the rest are matte, which is a really great combination. So you can use matte shades in your crease, you can use the shimmer shades on your lid, on your brow, and it will give a really flattering effect to your eyeshadow look. So let me bring up some, I did swatch it on my arm, so let me bring up a picture here of the colour swatches. Those are the colour swatches. That's just a single stripe of each colour that I put onto my lovely pale forearm there. So obviously I could build that up to show the colour a little bit better. Quite a few of the colours are quite natural and blend into my own natural skin tone, but that's good because they make good transition shades or highlighting shades when you use the actual palette itself. So let's get straight into it. So at the moment I have primed my skin with some Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. If you haven't tried this, it smells glorious, and it leaves a really nice matte base for your makeup to put your foundation and everything on. I have used NYX Dark Circle Concealer under my eyes to conceal. This is really gorgeous because it has a peachy sort of shade to it, so it's really good for colour correcting. If you're very thin under here, you have little purple darkish sort of patches, and it's got a creamy consistency, so it will not crepe under your eyes, which is brilliant. We don't want any of that. And then on my actual foundation that I use today is the MAC Studio Sculpt SPF 15, and the shade is NW15, I believe. I haven't got my glasses on, so I'm blind. That is the foundation I use today. And then I've just put a little bit of bronzing and blusher on, and I used my fave. I'm gonna have to find a new one, but this is my favourite at the moment, from Lime Life by Alcone. As you can see, I've used the bronzer to death. This bronzer, and then I kind of did like a little bit of a mixture between these two blushes actually today. This one's got more of a shimmer in it actually. This shade here is really flattering for most skin tones, like a peachy pink, really nice. But I wanted a little bit more pink, so I mixed the two just to be a little pinker, because we're doing like a Valentine's look with these lovely warm colours from the Urban Decay palette, Cherry palette. Let's get straight into it. So, because I'm cool toned skin, I prefer the cooler tones in here. So for a transition shade, I'm going to go for that sort of pinky one. If you're like warmer toned, I would go for that one as your transition shade. But before we do any of that, let's prime our eyelids, and I am going to use Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Eden, which is that one there. So I'm just gonna, the lovely thing about this primer is it has colour in it, so it will not only keep your eyeshadow looking great all day long, it will also act as a concealer if you have any veins like me. If you've never used a primer before and you're a little bit frightened of it and how strong the colours will come out, just set the primer with a neutral shade, which is what we're going to do next. I'm actually going to use my Urban Decay brush with this little fluffy end here, and I'm going to go all over with Hotspot, which is that shade there. Hotspot on my eyes, and make a nice base for blending our other colours together. Now I'm going to go in with I like reading the word and I'm like, it's not spelt right, and I'm like, what does that say? Is it me that's blind, or is it actually says feels? Feels, that one there. I'm going to use as a transition shade. Got a MAC 224 here, and I'm going to put this all on my arch here and start warming up the arch of my eye. It can be, when you get a palette like this with so many colours, it can be quite daunting to begin with, but just go in light and build it up gradually, and it's not as scary as you think. My husband is pulling faces like in the background over here, and it's really off-putting. Every comment, like.
You said a MAC 224, it sounded like a gun.
A MAC 224. It is a gun. It's a brush gun.
I thought, oh, brilliant. There we go.
That's not very nice, Paul Waghorn. Cool. Let's add a little bit more colour. So I am going to go in with, this one's called Bing. Bing, 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 bing. Let me tilt backwards. You can see all my lovely ceiling. That colour there. I'm going to get a slightly smaller blending brush. So this is, I think it's a MAC 221S. I'm just going to gently dip into the palette, take off any excess, and then I'm going to take that just below where I did the other colour here. I never used to take it out enough when I first started doing eye makeup, and I used to have kind of like this weird kind of little round eye look at the end. So to lift your eyes, make sure you flick it out a little bit to the side there. Right, now I am going to go in with an even darker shade. I'm going to go for Devilish, which is this shade here, and concentrate in this corner, blend it up. I'm going to take it onto the lid a little bit as well, just a tad. Don't worry about if you've gone too far down here, you can always tidy that up with a little concealer afterwards. Now we're going to go in with Drunk Dial, which is this shade here. That's got a little bit of a shimmer to it actually. And I'm going to use another little MAC 221S. This part here, it's quite a shimmery sort of brown, so I want that on the lid. Or shimmery chocolatey brown. Then I'm going to take Privacy, which is the darkest brown. That's a matte brown. Right there, this last one. The same brush, and I'm going to use that in this corner here. I'm just taking the smallest amount, and then you can, it's much easier to take a small amount and build it up gradually than too much, and then you're trying to like blend it out like crazy afterwards. I'm going to take a little bit more of that lovely Bing colour and just gently blend some more here. Then I'm going to take my original brush, my fluffy 224, I believe that is, and I'm going to go in Feels again, the original colour that I used in my transition, and I'm just going to use that to blend out and soften. Yeah. Some more. Now I'm going to take Bang Bang, which is this gorgeous metallic-y pink shade here. We'll just put it on dry and see how it goes on without any setting spray or anything like this. If you wanted to, you could cut this out, cut this colour out, cut this crease out with a little concealer before you put this on. But I think I might add some glitter to this anyway. Really pretty pink, that. But I'm going to keep it soft for now. I want that all over my lid so that it makes your lid really pop. So if you wanted to get it more, you can try putting it on with your finger. Sometimes shimmer shades just show up better if you just go in with your finger. Do you see that? I'm going to take my original hotspot, which is that creamy shade there. A little pointed brush, a little pointy brush from MAC again, and I'm going to brighten up this inner corner right here, and a little just under my eyebrow. I don't do my eyebrows yet, so to brighten under here as well. Now I'm going to take some of the Young Love. I think I've like almost used every colour in here. I'm going to take Young Love, which is this colour here, and I just want to put it, this shade, I'm going to try it just here, just to add a little bit of a transition between the brown and the pink. I'm just going to go along that line there. Take a little angle brush and I'm going to go underneath now. I'm going to take the darkest colour, which is the dark brown Privacy, that colour there, and pop it underneath to join that up. I just kind of flick it up a little here and blend it across. And I'm just going to take it a little bit across here as well, just along my lash line, just to darken that up. I'm going to use some black eyeliner with this because I think black eyeliner works really well with this look. But if you didn't want to, you could have a really soft look and just put mascara on like that, and that would be a really soft, like Valentine's look. But let's zhuzh it up a little bit. Let's make it a little bit zazzy. I'm going to take Urban Decay black eyeliner. This is their razor sharp long wearing liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to start on the outside edge and go along my lash line. Yeah. And follow my natural line of my eye here, and then join it up. And this brush is quite soft actually. I would have preferred a slightly stiffer brush. Again, when you do your eyeliner, don't be tempted to pull your eye. If you pull your eye when you do your eyeliner, when you let go, you're going to get a ripple effect. It's going to bunch up. Let's get some eyebrows going in. I'm just going to use an eyebrow pencil. It's a little pop-up one with a spoolie at the end. And I'm going to define out my eyebrows. I like these because you can make little eyebrow strokes with them, and it looks more natural. You can go this way when you get to this section of your eyebrow, you can go upwards. Mine are kind of like rounded naturally, so I don't really try to make like a square brow or anything. We can all hear every word of that conversation. Oh, actually, before I do that, I'm going to do something else. I want this part here to be really, really sparkly, so I'm going to put some NYX Glitter Goals liquid eyeshadow. These brushes are a bit, so I'm going to get a flat one, a little flat brush, and take the product off and actually put it on this so that I can control where this colour goes, and I want that to go all over, up to the crease. Again, I'm going to cut that out. Cut that crease out a little bit. There. And we've also got some Shimmer Down glitter powder if you really want to make it glittery. Get a little bit of that on your brush, and you can tap that on as well. Really get the glitter goals. Now lipstick. So I do have one of the Urban Decay Naked Cherry lipsticks. This one is called Cherry Cream. It's a real dark, kind of sultry look, that one. I'm going to use a lip brush for this because it's super dark. So you could either vamp it up with a red one, or you could go for something more neutral. I have a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and I think this might go quite nice with it as well. If you didn't want like a really bright shade like this, you could go for something like this instead. It's lined with a nude liner. I'm just using this one from Limelight. And this is a Revlon in Asia, which I think is a total dupe for Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, but this is like £7, whereas the other is like 24. There you go, that is our Valentine's look. You could either go for the dark lipstick or go for a nude would work with this, or a pinky nude would work with this. And I'm just going to put on some eyelashes with this, and I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, there we go, we've got eyelashes on now, and I am going to put some black eyeliner along my waterline just to give it a sultry look. And that is our Valentine's look using the new Urban Decay Cherry palette. Hope you enjoyed watching today, and if you would like to see more of my video tutorials, or would like me to test out certain palettes for example, then let me know. Otherwise I will see you next time when we'll be doing a bright look with a Morph palette. And the Morph palette we're going to try is the 35B Morph palette, which is full of these gorgeous, luscious colours here. It has a film on top which has the name of each colour, so that you know what you're using. So I can't wait to get stuck into this palette and see what lovely bright looks we can do. I may do another butterfly look with this one actually. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and thanks for watching my Naked Cherry palette tutorial. Be sure to subscribe or to follow me if you're watching on Facebook. Click the little bell on YouTube so that you get notified every time I post a new video for you. Until next time, see you later. Bye!